All right, let's be honest. Have you ever used an AI chatbot, asked it for something and gotten back, well, junk? Just totally useless stuff? Yeah, we've all been there. The good news is, today we're going to fix that. We're going to talk about how you can go from getting those super generic responses to getting answers that are, well, genius. I mean, really think about it. You go to an AI and just type, "help me." What do you actually expect it to do? It has absolutely no idea what you need, who you are, or what a good answer even looks like to you. It's basically like throwing a dart in a dark room. You're gonna miss. Almost every time. But just look at the difference here. Help me gets you crickets, nothing. But asking for help planning a dinosaur party for your 7-year-old niece? Now we're talking. You've given it background, a goal, juicy details. It's like asking a friend for help. Now it can give you some amazing, super specific ideas. And that simple shift, it's everything. And that brings us to a really crucial point. We love to blame the AI, right? Call it dumb. But the problem isn't the AI, it's the ask. It's how we're asking. We're not giving it the tools it needs to actually succeed. So, here's the secret. It's not about waiting for some magical, smarter AI to come along. Nope. It's about giving better instructions. You already have the power to get amazing results right now.
Okay, so what is this skill? What do we even call this thing? Giving better instructions. It has a name: context engineering. Think of it as the art and science of guiding the AI to that perfect answer you have in your head.
So if we're going to get a little formal for a second, context engineering is the process of giving an LLM, that's a large language model, all the info it needs to do its job right. I want you to stop thinking of yourself as just a user. You're more like a project manager, and you're giving a really, really clear creative brief. So what exactly is this context we keep talking about? Well, it's pretty much everything you put into that prompt box. Yeah, your main question, of course. But it's also all that other stuff, the background info, examples of what you're looking for, instructions on the tone or format, any rules or limits you want it to follow. It's simple. The richer the context you give it, the richer the result you get back.
All right, now for the really fun part.
We're going to give you a toolkit. 4 super simple techniques that will instantly level up how you talk to any AI out there. So here's the roadmap. First, we'll talk about giving examples. Then, defining a role for the AI. After that, setting constraints. And finally, a really cool one called chain of thought. Let's dive in. Okay, technique number 1. It's so simple, but it is so effective. Just give the AI examples. You know that old saying, show, don't tell? It's 100% true here. When you give it a template, you're literally teaching it the exact pattern and style you want. Take this coffee description, for example. A generic request gets you, well, a generic answer. Boring. But look what happens when we first show it a couple of examples of the style we want. And then we ask it to write one for our summer breeze blend. The result is just perfect. It's specific, it's on brand. The AI learned the pattern because we showed it the pattern. All right, technique number 2 is all about defining a role. This is where you actually tell the AI who to be. You give it a persona, a character to play. And doing this fundamentally changes everything: its tone, its vocabulary, its entire point of view. For example, if you just ask it to explain photosynthesis, you're going to get a dry, boring textbook definition. But what if you tell it to act like a friendly, enthusiastic science teacher, explaining it to a 5th grade class? The whole response is transformed. All of a sudden, it's fun, it's relatable, it's actually easy to understand. It's the exact same information, just delivered in a way better package. Next up, technique number 3 is all about getting super precise. And that means setting constraints and rules. Remember what I said about being the director? This is it. You use rules about length, format, or what it can and can't say to get exactly what you need. If you ask an AI to summarize the American Revolutionary War, who knows what you'll get? Maybe a 5-page essay.
But by adding a super simple constraint, summarize this in exactly 3 bullet points, each one a single sentence, you force it to be concise. You force it to be structured. You get the most important info and zero fluff.
Okay, our final technique is a little more advanced, but trust me, it is a total game changer, especially for complex problems. It's called chain of thought prompting. And the trick is, you don't just ask for the answer. You ask the AI to show you its step-by-step thinking to get to the answer.
Let's take a simple math problem. You could just ask for the final price, sure, but then you have no idea if it's right or how it even got there. A much, much better way to do it is to tell it to show your work, just like in school. This actually forces the AI to slow down and think logically, one step at a time, which dramatically cuts down on mistakes. And this is what that thinking process looks like when it's all laid out. See? It calculates the discount, then it gets the sale price, then it applies the coupon. By breaking the problem down like this, it doesn't just get the right answer. It shows you a clear, transparent, and trustworthy path for how it got there. You can actually see its logic.
And there you have it. Just like that, you've gone from being a passive user to an active director. When you apply these 4 simple techniques, you're not at the mercy of whatever the AI feels like giving you anymore. You are in control of the conversation.
The big takeaway here is really clear. You can now go from getting those random, hit-or-miss answers to getting responses that are consistently accurate and genuinely useful. This isn't some secret magic trick. It's a skill. And now, it's one that you have.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this one thought. You're not just a user anymore. You're not just typing at a machine. You are a director, a guide, a teacher. You're a collaborator. So the only real question left is, what are you going to create first?